Welcome back to the channel. I'm Hank Strange. This is Stranger Palooza. We're at the 2022 Overland Expo West in Flagstaff, Arizona, and we're actually here in the Sportsmobile booth with Brian. Brian, thanks for doing this. You guys are going to see Brian gets real in-depth here in this video. We're going to take a look at exactly what Sportsmobile has to offer, right?
There we go. Let's show you around a little bit.
Let's get into it right now. Sportsmobile has that name cachet, right, with everyone,
Correct,
of actually being the first vans that got off-road and got out there.
Been doing it since '61.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, been doing it a long
So this
time.
is the same company.
Exact same company, still
Okay.
owned by the same people who originally started the company back in '61.
Oh, okay.
Haven't changed any ownership. Just have a brand new location out in Phoenix, Arizona now. So we're primarily working on the Mercedes Sprinter, Ford Transit, Dodge ProMaster, Chevy Express. Basically,
Okay.
if it's a van, we'll cut a hole into it.
Okay.
We offer a little bit of everything and try to meet the customers, intended use and kind of what they're interested in. How many people are riding in the vehicle, sleeping in the vehicle every 2 to 3 days off the beaten path, 2 to 3 weeks, and that's how we figure out refrigerator size, battery size, water tank size. Everything that we manufacture is custom and from scratch. So we can change out our layouts, our galleys, our seating positions. This particular van here that we're looking at is on the 148 medium roof all-wheel drive Ford Transit. It's on the crew van. We typically work on the cargo van, but on the crew van what we really like is it comes with a 3-person removable factory bench seat. We swap out the 3-person and install the 2-person bench seat instead.
Oh, okay.
The really nice luxury about going with this 2-person bench seat here is for our family of 4, because it's got the connection points and the anchor points for the car seat. So we really like this setup here, and gives you a ton of transition space to the back of the van. So we set up a lagoon table right here, nice little eating spot for the family here. And then the luxury of how we designed this particular one is we have our pop top that is so popular. So on our motorized pop top here, we've currently got the bed to the ceiling just to get out of the way and get our extra head clearance.
Right.
But it's been a really nice setup to have 2 people sleep up high, 75 long by 54-inch wide, so it's about a full-size bed upstairs. 5 windows that'll open for a ton of ventilation up here. Then down low, the setup we have back here is our dinette seating. Another table location back here for the family to sit here. We've got 2 lap belts on each side, so you can safely ride 8 people in the vehicle if you need to. And this also makes into a bed down low. Underneath these seating areas where we house our 300 amp hour battery, our inverter system, we typically like to go with our Victron system. And it's got an exterior shower back here in the back, so you can run it there to the outside of the vehicle.
Okay.
Once again, all of the lengths, the widths, the cabinetry designs, refrigerator sizes, all that stuff can be changed and modified based on what your intended use is.
So a couple of things that I see going on here. You're still retaining the airbags, right? How does that work?
That's correct, yeah. So on this crew van, we want to make sure we keep those side curtain airbags there, so we keep the factory headliner there, just to make sure in the event of an accident, they will deploy properly. Yeah, so we always want to make sure to keep those there. They're low enough that they don't mess up our cut line when we're cutting out our penthouse top. And everything that we're approved by Ford, we're master outfitters through Mercedes, so we take those things very seriously.
Right.
We want to make sure we don't, of course, void any warranties for the customer, but also there's nothing more serious than in an airbag or a safety belt or anything like that in these vehicles. So do everything, of course, by the book. I want to make sure everything's very safe.
Right.
When you got your family in here.
Yeah. So if people are wondering, my assumption, you could tell me if I'm wrong, that airbag's coming down this way.
That is
right?
accurate. Yes.
Yeah, it's coming down here, and that's probably keeping things from coming in or going out.
That's correct. Yeah. So they're all factory up there.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
so that's very cool. And then also a lot of concern that I get from folks, if you're cutting this big hole in the van, how do you keep rigidity, structural integrity of the van?
Yeah, so what we've done is we actually reinforce and these rails and structural supports that we add here throughout the vehicles actually makes it stronger than it was originally from the manufacturer. When Sportsmobile went through the testing process to make sure it's rollover and safe, when we went through all the process, we said, hey, there's no reason to make it to Ford standards and Mercedes standards. Let's beef it up and make it even stronger, because that's how you get the approval. And also, once again, we take that stuff extremely seriously in the event of a rollover. We've actually, unfortunately, being in business for over 60 years, have had customers roll these vehicles, and the investigating officers have told us that that top actually saved their life. In the rollover because of how structurally sound it was. And in regards to the top, not related to safety, but when we do the motorized top, it can also lift 200 pounds. So you don't have random, and a lot of times with these tops, or even these high roof vans, customers have different, we'll say, stuff that they're traveling with just on the floor of the vehicle. And then in an accident, that could be a projectile.
Right.
So that's why we put these motors in here, so you can have a storage box or anything like that, kind of random stuff
Up
up there
top.
on the top of the vehicle, and not have it in the interior.
Yeah, so with the strength of it, you can actually get on top of this van when this is down.
That is correct.
And move around, and you can store enough weight up there.
That is correct. You can put a rack up there, put a storage box up there
Right.
if you need to. That's
Yeah.
accurate.
And then the other thing I noticed is a little bit different. I haven't necessarily seen it everywhere because there's no so you've got no AC back here, right?
We actually have a basement system manufactured by Vanhard.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to ask you.
On our pop tops, instead of having the large, say, classic rooftop AC unit, we have everything tucked up underneath the vehicle, a basement unit, and then just run the ductwork based on the
Yeah, you got the
interior
vents
layout.
here.
So you see the two vents over here, the two vents over there.
So these are not tied into the upfront AC system.
That is correct. It's a completely separate system.
Ah.
Yes.
So this has the AC down low.
That is correct. There's a basement system. It's mounted right underneath the vehicle there on the driver's side.
On the driver's side, okay.
That's correct.
So we'll get some B-roll of that and roll it in.
Perfect.
Very nice. So from the outside here, what are we looking at on this van?
So from the outside right here, if you open up here these back doors right here, this is going to be our 23-gallon fresh water tank right here. We've got our exterior shower wand that we typically want to run out there to the driver's side. Try to keep, we'll say, the puddles, keep the business over there. We've got a portable pop-up tent there for your restroom area. And over here on this side is where our inverter is going to be, and our 300 amp hour batteries all located. And we also have an S-bar heater that's built underneath this sofa area with a little bit of open storage space.
This is nice. I like the open feeling back here.
Just a whole lot more of our customers now are actually using them as daily vehicles. So we're designing these new interiors instead of going out and buying, when these Suburbans, Tahoes of the world, they're getting upwards to 90, 95,000.
Yeah, might as well.
We can do these custom conversions. We don't have to put all the RV components, but have it to where, hey, you can use it for the recreational vehicle, but also you're the coolest mom at soccer camp, the coolest mom at soccer practice, when you're out there popping the top and enjoying it. And we have a lot of customers now using them, like I said, for daily vehicles because you're only 19 feet in length. You go buy a four-door pickup truck, we're about the same length right there.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot more convenient, and having that luxury of just walking to the back of the van to help the kids grab anything you need to, it's a great benefit.
Yeah, and this is just personal preference for me.
Yeah.
This is very close to the same length as the 144 Sprinter, which obviously you guys do.
That is correct.
The Sprinters, but I'm just a fan of the the Ford Transit all-wheel drive. I don't know, this one's all-wheel drive, right?
This is all-wheel drive.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
You've got a lot more power, torque, and stuff like that.
A whole lot more horsepower, a whole lot more torque, and the biggest thing that you have, and the luxury you have, is the service availability.
Yes.
That's the best thing we love about Ford is parts are readily available.
Yeah.
You don't always have to go to a dealership if it's not convenient. Most of the time in those situations, it just seems to work out that you're not in an area that's got a dealership down the road. You're in the middle of nowhere, Montana, and there's Joe the mechanic there, and it's such a nice luxury that he can go get a part and he can work on it.
Yeah.
That's why we really, really like the Transit.
Yeah.
Just for that.
I
great
have
service
yet to,
availability.
and I have a Transit.
Yeah.
I have yet to go somewhere in America where there's not a Ford dealership, at least like 30 to 50 miles away. But you're right, though. There's a lot of mechanics that can work on it.
A lot of mechanics, and usually parts are available at different auto zones of the world. And parts, they don't have to get it, we'll say, from Germany.
Right. Yeah. So now let me ask you this: interior-wise, do you guys do showers, toilets, and stuff like that? Or?
We definitely do. Yeah.
Okay, you do.
We do a lot of showers, restroom areas. We make our custom shower pans. We can design them based on the space we can allocate.
Oh, okay.
And it's usually trying to decide, obviously how often are we using the shower area, what kind of toilet option do we want to go with.
Yeah.
Like in this particular van right here, this 170 Sprinter, we have a really popular low shower, so it keeps the vehicle really, really open and it hides away.
Ah,
so if you transition into here.
Oh, I see. Go ahead.
So right here behind the driver, we have this low shower, so it adds you a whole lot more countertop space.
Yeah.
What you've got in
so
here.
you basically have a basin here.
Correct. So we made a custom shower pan in here. We can do any toilet option, whether it be a porta potty, a cassette, a dry flush, marine, whatever you're interested in. And then the connection points are just right up here in the ceiling. So really quick when it's not in use, just to really make the vehicle feel a whole lot more open, we just disconnect these 4 connection points. Everything folds down in here. We can close our door here.
Got a cabin.
Now, no one has any idea. Yeah. So now you have a whole lot of countertop space, and what our customers always love and enjoy, because usually these are the 2 of the best seats in the house. I don't have a large cabinet right here in my face.
Right. Yeah.
So it really makes the vehicle feel so much more open and enjoy that beautiful view that's usually right out your sliding door.
So and then you could do this with the Transit if you wanted to.
We can do it in any of the platforms that we work on.
Okay.
Any of the platforms that we work on, like this one right here is about 32 inches wide.
Yeah.
You got broader shoulders. We can always make it a little bit bigger if we can allocate the space.
So now, can this go anywhere? Can I put this in the back if I wanted it in the back, or it has to be up front here?
No, we can put it in the back. Now that we have the luxury of building our custom shower pans, we can build around the wheel wells. We can build it to the back of the vehicle. Like if you had a long side seating maybe on one side.
Oh, very nice.
Typically the most common, we'll say, restroom locations either seem to be right behind the driver or, like you said, right in the back. And we do them right in the back. We really like a full width-wise. So you don't have to come so far from the back doors. Go back into the shower pan. One, it's great for the shower purposes, but it's really great if you're, snowboarding, you're coming back from an event, everything's all muddy, and you want to just
throw them in there.
Throw it in there, and get out, and get it back when you get back to the house. But it's nice to have kind of a wet bath area to put that stuff back there in the back end.
That's very cool.
It's really convenient.
Yeah, and then as we see here, this is a solid roof, so not everything is the pop top. You can do the high roofs. I'm assuming this is the highest roof you can get on the Sprinter.
This is the highest roof you can get on a Sprinter. It's about 6'3" inside. And what we did start offering,
stand up,
because it's always the the taller people like yourself that really enjoy the high roof, but maybe it's a family of 4. So we're always trying to be creative of how do we sleep the additional people. In this setup, we do have a platform up high in the flare spaces, and the couch folds down low. But if you said, hey, maybe I just want one large platform, we actually offer now the SCA pop top on our high roof fans.
Okay.
So it's more the European style. It's more the clamshell style where it pops up.
Okay.
It's a great little porthole right where this attic fan is here, right above you, and you can have sleep people upstairs as well now.
Oh, cool.
But in this setup, the way we kind of want to design it is to have a forward-facing sofa here. So we've got 2 shoulder belts on the side, a lap belt, so safety for 5 people to sleep here comfortably. And then if you just lift up on the middle of the sofa here, makes out into a nice bed area.
Big bed, yeah.
So
and then you've got another one going that way.
So you've got a large bed up high there. You've got a full bed here down low. And it's quick and easy, kind of have everything ready to go. And the platform up high is removable. Platform down low here is removable. So if you didn't need it on that particular trip, or maybe you're just using it as a daily vehicle, or you need to go, take the vehicle to Home Depot, whatever it might be, you've got all that open space there for you.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, and so you guys can do this floor plan on a Transit. It doesn't have to be just on a Sprinter.
That's correct. We can do it on a Transit. We can do it on a ProMaster, whichever vehicle option you're interested in.
Oh, okay.
We just make the
also ProMaster. Yeah, we don't have any here today, but you guys do build on that.
That is correct. Yeah, we build on the Dodge ProMaster as well as the Chevy Express.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right, so what would we get out of the Express?
Usually the reason for the Chevy Express is usually the towing capacity. Chevy Express, even though it's visually it's a much smaller vehicle than these larger Sprinters or Transits, it's got the greatest towing capacity.
I see.
So our customers that are looking to maybe tow a boat, a travel trailer, whatever it might be, that really need to get up to 8,000-10,000 pounds of towing, usually want to go with the Chevy Express.
Oh, okay.
The E-Series, which was discontinued in 14, but that we built out for a long time, had a similar towing capacity. But now that vehicle is no longer readily available, it seems to be the Chevy Express.
That's the best in class for towing.
For towing, correct.
Okay.
Like this Mercedes Sprinter here, the way it's equipped with the dual rear wheels, about 7,500 pounds of towing capacity.
This is probably because I don't think the Transit has a higher towing. It's probably lower than the Sprinter.
That's correct. Yeah, Transit's about 6,000.
Yeah.
About 6,000 pounds though.
Yeah.
All depending on kind of what you want to do.
Yeah.
The vehicle option is more, we just kind of give you the information, the pros and cons, and you kind of decide, how it makes sense for you.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
What you're looking to do.
And when those new ProMasters come out, I'm not a fan of the current ones, the way they look, but the new ones that they're coming with are really good looking.
Everything's been changing so quick, for the better, and we're excited about the new ProMaster. We're actually really excited about the new all-wheel drive Sprinter.
Yes.
I think it's going to bring a lot more, we'll say, eyes to the market, and we're hoping it's going to have a few different options, whether it be gas and diesel. Some people have certain preferences over fuel types. Some things are a little more readily available in certain areas of the country where they live. Yeah. So we're excited about the new Mercedes Sprinter as well.
Absolutely, I agree with you guys. And even we're really jumping forward in the future here a little bit. But these companies, I know Ford's already doing it or thinking about it and has vehicles out. So does Mercedes on the Sprinter side. Yeah. Electric.
Yeah, all electric is definitely the future. We're looking for a hybrid. Like currently the Ford Transit all electrics get about a 110 range. The Mercedes is about 120.
Yeah.
So it's not ideal yet for our customers, but it's definitely coming.
Yeah.
So we're hopeful within the next 3 to 4 years that they're going to have something that's got maybe a 300 and 400 mile range. Yeah. And that could be a viable option for our customers.
Absolutely. Some kind of range extender maybe, maybe like a propane or natural gas powered generator or something that could kick on and charge up those batteries and take you from 120 to maybe 300 or
100%. That would be great, because we have a lot of customers customers, some of our customers are fortunate to be retired and have a lot of time, but a fair amount of them are 2 to 3 days at a time and got to get back to work. So having that 300-400 mile range would be perfect for our weekender kind of customers. It'd be great.
Yeah.
And of course, once again, it's becoming so much more popular to use them as a daily driver.
Yeah.
Like when the smaller 148 Transit or the 144 Sprinter, having a convenient vehicle like that to kind of have multi-purpose, and all electric would be great.
Yeah, and especially because, if you've got one set of batteries that you can run everything off of, that's a whole other system that you don't necessarily, you can just pull everything from that. So
100%, yeah.
Yeah,
it's definitely the future, and we're excited.
Yeah, me too.
A whole lot of people doing, a lot of research and development on it, and we've been around for so long. We always make the jokes. We were there at the first Overland Expo, and there's maybe 20 of us out here.
Yeah.
And now we look around, and it's amazing. People are like, look how much competition. I'm like, no, that's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's bringing up more eyes to the market.
It's great to see. This is my first Overland Expo West. I went to East.
Oh, nice.
But the thing is that just look like I've been looking at the videos and all that for years.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see that there's a high level of vans out here now. Obviously, you've got more pickup trucks and Jeeps, but really a high level of vans out here. It says something.
High level vans, and what's really, really great, is everyone's a little bit different. You're not just walking down the aisle and everything looks the same.
Yeah.
Camperville, it's a great place.
Yeah.
But when you go to those kind of establishments, everything's kind of similar. You come out here to more of these custom van builders, everything's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I've been with Sportsmobile about 10 years now, and what's always interesting is every customer you talk to has a different story, has a different intended use.
Yeah.
And that's why we continue to be the company we're never going to build model A, B, and C. We're going to build it based on what you need and how you envision using the vehicle. It's always just, we really, really enjoy talking to our customers in regards to most of our customers weren't, it's not their first time. They have been backpacking, or I've been, in a tent for all these years, or I've had 3 different, van conversions, and I finally know what I want.
Right.
So it's always interesting to hear everyone's story, and that's what we do, and that's why everything's a little bit different at Sportsmobile.
Absolutely. Is there anything we're missing?
Yeah, so in this particular one here, we've got what we call our low shower compartment here. Just open up this door here, countertop just hinges right up here. You've got 4 different connection points here on the roof of the vehicle where we're going to connect our shower curtain. So as simple as putting it right here into the tab, and then just rotating just like that here for us. Connect here, slide over here across, connect it here for us, and then connect it right here. We've got our shower, simple as that.
With this shower bag, can we go to different colors?
Correct. We usually just try to match the interior scheme.
All right.
So whatever, if we go with a little bit of darkers, we have like a charcoal or a light gray, whatever your particular we'll say preference is. Just with the white cabinetry and the aluminum trim, we thought white was kind of the nicest option. Not always ideal. A little bit of dusty, muddy days like we are here today at the Overland Expo.
I'd like, you see tables, right? So I'm not going to act like you don't see the tables. So I like that you guys have a table, but I also like that you've turned this into some usable storage here.
Yeah, we always like to have a little flip-down table if our galley extends here into the entryway. And any of our, in regards to the interior space right here, we always want to make things adjustable and or removable. We all know what we have today. Who the heck knows what we're going to buy tomorrow? At these beautiful Overland Expos, new accessories.
Yes.
And what our customers really, really like about this exterior table right here is usually like, when we got the awning cranked out, everybody's hanging out outside. This is a great cooktop area. Great place to set a drink down there real quick. And then it's not a big table you're looking around to set outside. Flips up here real quick here for us. Latches here into place. In and out of our way.
Very cool.
Always match it with our countertop that we install inside the vehicle. Can also do a butcher block as well if you're interested in that.
And if you wanted to, I don't know, do you put propane or anything in the vehicles?
We do still offer propane.
Oh, okay.
We're one of the last ones in the industry that are still offering propane systems.
Okay.
So if we had a propane system built into the vehicle, we would have a tap underneath the van. So if you bring your portable cooktop, you can just tap right into it.
Yeah. I still think there's uses and a good purpose for propane.
There's definitely, we still like, the ability to hook up outside is always a nice hookup there.
Right.
Built-in, propane cooktop is nice.
Yeah.
And those propane furnaces, man, they can be bulletproof.
Absolutely. I hate to sound like Hank Hill, but
hey, propane and propane accessories. No, I'm good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I understand. We're going Hank Hill.
Cool. So now what's going on here with this Sportsmobile?
So this one right here is the 144 low roof Mercedes Sprinter 4-wheel drive. This particular layout is what's been very, very popular with our customers since 1961. Very similar to the old Westphalia days. Here on the outside of the van here, we've got a similar flip down table that we always like to do when we extend our galley areas out. Exterior-wise, we've got an Luminous running board right down here.
Cool.
A ton of different running board options that we offer. We really like Luminous and their products and their durability. We always like to put a side coating here on the side.
Yeah,
of
I
the
noticed you
vehicle.
guys are doing that. Is that bed liner?
It's a Raptor liner that we take.
Oh, Raptor.
So we
okay.
put that down the sides. We really like to do our hoods as well. If you want to come around here to the front. So here on the front end, we usually like to do the same texture coating.
You
right
guys
here.
are doing everything I would do if I was custom making a van, or that I would do to my van. Someone could come to you and have that. You're already doing it.
We're already doing it. Then
That's cool.
We'll black out the star.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to have a 55-inch light bar. Who doesn't need that? And of course, a snorkel.
A snorkel.
Gotta have the snorkel.
Yeah.
And then we got, of course, our pop top feature on this particular unit.
Can I get a
as well.
snorkel on a Transit?
We can get a snorkel on a Transit now.
You might be selling me on that.
We get a snorkel on a Transit. We've also got an exterior ladder here on the side to access the roof of the vehicle if needed. If you're putting so far or any type of rack up there, swing away tire carrier there on the back end.
So all of this is a Luminous stuff, right?
This is all Luminous here right now. Yes, the exterior ladder, the exterior running boards right here. What you see down low there, that's where our gray water tank is located. You can see that little pool valve, that gray pool valve. And then right to the left of it, it's way tucked up underneath the vehicle. Because always a concern with our customers is ground clearance. So if you see a Sportsmobile with a tire carrier there on the back, usually that's because in the factory spare tire location, we put an underfloor storage box. Great for anything in regards to, we put our hoses, our cords, towing equipment, different accessories in there. They're out of the way, and once again, it provides additional storage space, which is so crucial in these vans. This van here, you got about 128 inches on the floor to work with. Every inch is so precious.
Yeah, absolutely. I also like the fact that you guys are doing not only I like the industrial floors.
Everything marine grade.
Yeah, and then you guys are also doing like a fabric on the roof. That's cool too.
Yeah, we really like to interweave this tweed material up here. The longevity, it really does last for a long time. And we always kind of say anything that's made for a boat can survive in these vans. We really like to use marine grade products. This is the Lawn Coin flooring made by Lawn Seal. We have 8 to 10 different colors that we offer for our customers. Over here is just a vinyl material that we use for keeping.
And I like this. You have the built-in
curtains that have magnets that are on the outside edge there. The windows are always our biggest enemy in regards to having the van really, really warm or very, very cold.
Yeah.
So insulation is always very, very key in the vehicle. Here in this backside, we call this our RB50 cabinet. These doors right here will slide open and close here for all of our storage purposes. We put a clothes hanging rod there at the top if needed. Keep those up.
So you don't have doors swinging out.
So you don't have doors swinging out because very commonly people are either sitting on the sofa or the bed's already made out, or you might have gear there. So we don't want to have a swing out door because then we're having to move all of our gear. So in these tight spaces, sliding doors are always very nice to have. If we come here inside the van.
Do you, while we're walking in there, do you guys believe in like electronic pads for controls or switches or both? What are you guys doing with that stuff?
So what we like to do is we try to meet, we'll say, everyone's needs and keeping it very simple, but also having the ability to get really in depth in the systems if you're interested in that kind of stuff. It's almost like owning a computer. Some people have a computer and just surf the internet. Some people really dive in and really go out the full functions of what a computer can actually do.
Right.
So how we typically set it up in here is our 12 volts, so to turn on our lights, turn on our water pumps, things like that, or just a simple on and off switch to turn on our refrigerator. And then our 110 side of things to turn on our inverter is a nice touchscreen. So the touchscreen is very simple to use. I'll show it to you here in a second, but they also now have an app that you can use. So some of our customers that are more interested in technology, you can be on a nice long hike and turn on your S-Bar heater so when you get back to the van it's warm inside. Which is a really nice luxury for a lot of our customers that they really like and use. Our battery management system is a Victron system. Really great, great components, great company to work with, great customer service. Really enjoying our relationship with them.
Absolutely. Let's go in here. I like to feel inside here.
Yeah, and in this particular unit here, we've got the 130 isotherm refrigerator here. It's got a small freezing compartment right here up high. Stored inside this particular storage cabinet is a 2.5 gallon electric hot water heater.
I see it.
So we've got water heater there. Here down low is our porta potty storage. Typically when we get to our camp spots, we set up our pop-up tent there in the back of the van, set our porta potty in there in this particular unit, and then run our exterior shower wand out there.
Oh, okay.
Over there on the driver's side.
And then can you do, this is just a regular microwave it looks like, can you guys go to convection?
We can't offer a convection. We can't offer convection, just need to allocate about 4.5 more inches of space, but not a big deal to install convection if that's what you need.
Okay, cool.
Drawer sizes, things like that. We're always trying to figure out with the customers, what are you looking to store? Very commonly we say, hey, are you bringing a portable cooktop with you, for example? Can you please provide us those dimensions so we can make sure we make you a drawer in the galley area that'll house those and fit those properly.
Yeah, you can store that away.
Correct. Correct. In this particular one, we also have our pop top that we really like to, we'll say, install on these low roof sprinters, just to give you a lot of head clearance here when you're just kind of hanging out here in the van during the day. And once again, provides an additional sleeping space. Swivel seats, so, you know, always like to have a driver passenger swivel. In this particular setup, if we needed the driver's seat to swivel a little bit more, we could always maybe slim down this cabinetry storage area here into the bed area, just to have a little bit more transition space for this swivel seat here.
Okay.
Countertop colors, materials, we have a variety of different options to go with in regards to how you want the interior to look. So it's really typically up to the customer and kind of how they want to design it. You know, whether it be the dimensions of it, the interior look, and then the components. And then the last thing I want to show you while we're in here is this is where all the, we'll say, all the business happens, all the electronics. What you have here down low is how we turn on our ceiling lights, how we turn on our refrigerators, our porch lights on the exterior. So all of our 12-volt switches. Like I was saying earlier, keep it very, very simple. Right here is how we turn on our S-bar heater. And this here is what we're really excited about. We've been installing here for the last year or so now, is our Victron system. So right here we'll show where our battery life is at, how much we're getting in from our solar panels, and this is also how we're turning on our inverter. So even our customers that are not very, we'll say, computer savvy, really enjoy it, because all they're doing is simply touching the screen, seeing how their batteries are doing, and if they need to turn on their inverter, simple as hitting these switches right here. You can go here with your inverter, all you're doing is hitting this button right here, on. We now have 110 power. So our customers and then of course these things have so much more capabilities, but what we're excited about Victron is it offers the simplicity, but also you can get really in depth in these systems, and once again it can also be controlled from your phone, from an iPad, or any type of tablet that you have.
Put it on record here.
Yeah,
here we go.
Going on here.
So where is it under here?
Are you filming right now?
Yeah, it's recording.
Gotcha.
So if you
it's right here.
Take it. Yeah, there you go. You're messing up your nice white shirt, man.
It's all good. It's an RV shirt. So right here is our basement AC system. So this is, the manufacturer is Danhard. It's what we've been using in our pop-top vehicles. So instead of doing our rooftop AC, it works really, really well for our customers with our pop-tops.
Awesome.
Oh, thank you so
I'm
much.
getting some pictures of you under there. All right, there you go, guys. This is actually being fun and very thorough. And I have to say, like, I've seen a lot of vans this weekend, Brian. I'm probably the most impressed by what Sportsmobile is doing. You guys seem to have, like, you said you've been doing this since the 60s, right?
Since 1961,
yeah.
I've been cutting holes in vans.
Yeah, and you guys have really thought of a lot of things, you know?
With the amount of customers that we worked with, and once again, with everyone just having a different experience and a different intended use, and listening to those customers and their needs and their interests, it's really helped us in regards to understanding the importance of making sure always to design it, not based on what's easy, not based on, we'll say, what's easier to produce and get out of the factory, but what's going to be in the best interest of the customer in the long end.
Yeah. I really look forward to doing more stuff with you guys. I'm really super impressed by what I've seen here, the answers you've given me to everything. So I don't know about the folks out there, but I want to do more of this, maybe do some factory tours and some more like individual stuff with you guys.
Yeah, man, we'd love to have you at the factory, kind of show us what you do. And what's great about when you come to visit us, we've got 30 plus vans in production, and every single van is going to be a little bit different. So if you're ever ever out in Phoenix, ever out in Austin, ever out in Indiana, please come on by.
We will. All right, guys, thanks so much. Leave your questions and comments here. I'll get Brian or someone else over at Sportsmobile to maybe answer those for you.
There we go.
And I really do appreciate this, man. This guy got real dirty for us here. I don't know if you could even see it, but like it was more messed up than this. I'll roll some of that in just to show you guys that
it's a lifestyle sometimes. It's
yeah,
just a lifestyle. We're out here enjoying the journey. That's what it's all about.
I haven't seen anyone here at the show willing to do that except him, so they get the awards for that one. Most thorough. We're out of here. Peace. See ya. All right, guys, I want to remind you that we have these Vanasaur t-shirts, and a new one is out. This is Campfire by Moonlight. New Vanasaur t-shirt, that's how you pronounce that if you're a fan of Class B camper vans, whether it's Sprinter, ProMaster, or the Transit. You can get these t-shirts, show your love for that, and support Stranger Palooza. And we don't have any like logos or anything like that on it. Plus you can get Stranger Palooza t-shirts. If you look down here in YouTube, there's a store down there. You could check out the store, get this and other designs. And from Lola and myself, who did all the work designing this, thanks very much. See you on the next one.